Hi, it's Sarah from South Fayette Township Library, and happy National Library Week. National Library Week is always the first week of April, and it's a time to celebrate our nation's libraries, the great contributions that people who work in libraries make, and to promote the use and support of libraries. Just by watching this book talk video, you're supporting your library's important role in lifelong learning and community engagement. So I just want to thank you for that. There's another way that you can support your local library, and that's by making a financial contribution to your library of any amount. Today is Library Giving Day, and that is an online giving event that's happening all across the country. If you're interested in donating to your local library anytime this week, you can go to your library's website and you'll see a link. And it's quick and easy and a safe way for you to support your local library. In honor of National Library Week, I'd like to recommend Susan Orlean's nonfiction 2018 New York Times bestseller, The Library Book. Susan Orlean has worked as a staff writer at The New Yorker since 1992, and she's written several books. The Library Book is her latest book. In 2011, Susan Orlean and her husband and their very young son moved from New York to Los Angeles. And it was not long after the move that Susan Orlean was given a tour of the Los Angeles Central Library. She was mesmerized by the appearance of the library and its grandeur. But she was really interested when her tour guide told her that occasionally he can still smell smoke in some of the books. And she had absolutely no idea what he was talking about. She thought that perhaps at one point they used to allow patrons to actually smoke cigarettes in the library. And she was stunned to learn that on April 28, 1986, the Los Angeles Central Library was the site of the worst library fire in the history of the United States. And she wondered how she missed that. A little bit of research gave her the answer to her question. A few days prior to the fire in the Los Angeles Central Library, there was the disaster at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, and that grabbed all the headlines. After doing a little bit of research into the fire at the Los Angeles Central Library and the fact that 400,000 books and other materials were completely destroyed, and 700,000 books and other materials were damaged. Also, reading a little bit about the would-be actor who was accused of setting the fire, Susan Orlean thought she had a book here, and she wanted to tell the story. This book, though, is much more than a true crime story. It's more than just a mystery, because to this day, it's not known how the fire started in the Los Angeles Central Library. It's more than a history of the Los Angeles Central Library and the many people who were directors at the library over the course of time since the library was built in the 20s. It's more than just a book of colorful anecdotes about people who use the library. Susan Orlean has expanded this to include a history of libraries all over the world. She's talked about the importance of libraries and how devastating it is to a culture when a library is burned during a war and memories, facts, data about that culture just disappear. In this book, Susan Orlean has done a great job weaving in so many different aspects. She talks about fires and arson. She has a lot of anecdotes of many colorful people and interesting stories. She got this by doing 6 years of research and writing, where she talked to patrons. She spoke to teen librarians and research librarians. She spent time behind the circulation desk and at the sorting center. She learned how books are ordered. She went to directors' meetings. She even went to the American Library Association conference and the home of Overdrive. It has been said that the library book is Susan Orlean's love letter to libraries, and it sure is a love letter to libraries. She commends libraries for tackling important issues like homelessness, diversity, and new immigrants. She applauds libraries' ability to reimagine itself given the needs of the communities that it serves in times of war or economic disaster like the Great Depression, and even due to innovations in new technologies. Susan Orlean also really emphasizes the fact that libraries are the few places where everyone's welcome, and the mission is to serve everyone. If you love libraries, you're going to love the library book. I hope you'll check it out and let me know what you think. Have a great week and stay well.